The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Money Masters. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Tom O'Brien. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 43, NASDAQ down 19, S&Ps are up 750. We have gold up 820, silver is up 15 cents. Oil is catching a bid that's up $1.53, $43.28. Bonds, the 10-year is up 2 ticks, 126.29. 30's flat at 154.27. You get King Dollar down 135 ticks at 99.71. And the euro is up 8 at 106. And we got some heavy volatility out here, man.
We do.
You know, you had the futures, folks, were down about, well, the S&Ps were down 13. They're only down 8 right now. The NASDAQ was down 32. We're only down 20. The European markets were getting hit pretty bad. The CAT in France right now is down 1.6. That was down over 2. The DAX is down 1.4. That was down over 2. And, you know, that volatility is going to be out there. And it's hard to tell whether the turn yesterday, I mean, because, you know, after we get off the air, the S&Ps never went to a higher high. The NASDAQ did. The Dow did. Gave it up. The turn came down pretty quick. I mean, especially for a holiday week. And I guess, you know, today we'll see whether we get any volume on the way down.
I think you got to talk about the fundamental aspect of the Russian plane getting shot down. I mean,
Oh, this morning, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I see that. I mean, I was waiting for you to throw that in the conversation, though. That is, in my opinion, the conversation. That's what, you know.
Yeah.
That's why futures were down overnight, in my opinion. I know they can be for any reason.
Oh,
okay,
yeah, no, listen.
It's not a coincidence that a Russian plane gets shot down by a NATO nation.
Yeah.
For the first time since, like, the 1950s or 60s.
Right.
Okay.
In the future,
oil shoots up, markets go down.
Right.
I mean, that's a correlated action, in my opinion, that you can't help but no. Okay.
No, I'm not saying no.
Okay.
I'm not saying no at all. You know,
I haven't heard you say I agree. That's a so.
You know, last night at 4 o'clock, the State Department itself came out with a warning that exactly is that no matter where you travel, you got to be careful. So it's like, oh, really? You know, so. You know,
I saw that too.
I don't know what time the plane actually got shot down.
That's something, though, in terms of the warning. I think that's just them, you know, hopefully most Americans were aware of that already. And I took that as just them saying, in case you're not aware, anywhere you're overseas right now is a more hostile environment than you're used to.
Right. Until February. That's a trip. Anyway. Inside the NDX 100, what do we got? Strength versus the weakness. You got the NDX is down 18 bucks. You got NXPI is up $5. You got AGI. That's a good little run. That's up $3. That's 5%. Dollar Tree's up 387. You got Green Mountain up 147. That's a dead cat. American Airlines is down $1.33. You got Intuit off 263, and Priceline is down $30, and that would make sense because of the travel deal, no doubt. Priceline is off that high of 1476.
I mean, I know this is, you know, a technical trading show, but the fundamentals here are just, I mean, what is Priceline if not a fundamental? You know what I mean? That's where my head goes. I think it's important to stay focused on that when you have these types of fundamental aspects.
I agree.
Oil, straight up, fundamental this morning.
I agree. I guess where my head goes in it is that the market hasn't paid attention to this for so long. It's like, you know.
Well, that's a very general statement. The market hasn't paid attention to this. What is this when you say that?
This would be terrorism. This would be Europe falling apart. This would be refugees. This would be, you know, all of the above, and the market's at highs. That's what this comes down to. You know, the oil market right now. It's going to get interesting because the low yesterday was 40.41. It is catching a bid. going to need more juice than that, though.
I mean, that's a big deal, a Russian plane getting shot down. You don't see video footage of Russian planes getting shot out of the sky, going screaming to the ground with flames blazing. I mean, that's
Is that just, is that, did you see
haven't
it?
seen that?
No, I haven't, no.
Okay, I mean, that's what's affecting the market this morning.
Right.
I mean, that clip is everywhere, just so.
Right.
Russian plane, smoke, flames, straight into the ground. Now, the guys had parachuted out. They have those guys as well. I mean,
Okay.
this is a wartime video. Russian plane shot out of the sky. You don't see that. I mean, think of Putin sending, just from a PR, let alone the, one pilot's reported maybe dead. They don't know the second one. There's a lot left. Where were they? Were they over Syrian airspace? Were they over Turkey airspace?
Right. Russians saying they were a mile on the other side of it. Right.
Syria's, of course, saying, Turkey's saying the other. And Turkey is a messed up place right now. It is. When Paris was going on, there was a footage that I had seen of a stadium in Turkey that a lot of people saw with a bunch of people cheering.
Yeah.
And so Turkey is a messed up place right now. And so, but just straight from Putin doesn't want to have his planes being plastered all over international press, being shot out of the sky. That is going to be met with something in terms of what I see from Putin. And so I think that's where we see some of this coming down.
Yeah. No. Listen. I think we're in. Yeah. Europe is screwed. The Middle East is screwed.
And I agree, it hasn't had its effect, but we're 40 minutes into the market open this morning, and it is having an effect this morning. That's for sure.
If we take a look at the Dow, let's inside the Dow Industrials. The strength is the oils. So we got Chevron up $1.40, Exxon's up 98. Apple's up 99, United Health's up 48. Taken away from it, get Disney down 156, Merck 70, United Technologies 124, American Express 74. You know what's interesting is American Express, I was looking at American Express today, that's down a lot, man, but it looks like it wants to get down a lot more. It's like, man, is what is taking over their business? Because if we put this up on a longer basis, what seems to be sticking out is that the first place, is $50. And I was looking for stocks to go short this morning. I'm saying to myself, man, it's already down a lot. So I didn't go short it, but it looks to me like something's, with American Express, that $50 is screaming out there. So, we'll see where that shakes out, but that's a big number. Now let's go over to the gold market. So if we take a look at gold, we'll see whether this. See, it's still not holding. We got to 1080. It has the volume. At 102,000 contracts right now, early in the morning is good. But what we did do when that on the 16th, something happened on the 16th also that gold caught a bid and gave it up, and that was a a political deal. That was Paris. That was Paris, man.
Okay.
That was Paris. So. But I want to see this gold get inside this 1084.
Yeah, so the 16th is the Monday following Paris, I believe, just so as we go into that.
Okay.
But yeah, the market was still digesting it over the weekend. I'm just putting that date so everyone understands what date it is.
Yeah, so the equities themselves, the gold equities, they're catching a bid out here. So we look at Rheingold Resources. We take a look at Rheingold. Still not enough volume, though. We're 209,000. We're going to need. Oh, that's actually pretty good. We're going to need 600. That's actually a good bid at this particular time. The dollar index. Now the dollar's coming off its highs again, but what we didn't get out here this morning is volume on the way down. It's hanging right at that high. We have 15,000 contracts. The last two highs we came off with some good volume. We made another high yesterday, and right now it's just hanging up at that high. So picture, Asia stays open all week.
Okay.
Europe stays open all week.
Okay.
And that's going to be
for sure.
What seems to happen, though, it seems that our markets really not run those markets, but it keeps the volatility in those markets.
It will be interesting if something else happens with what's going on as our markets are closed.
No doubt.
Europe's digesting it, and the futures are doing whatever they're doing,
exactly.
And people are lining up. It'd be really interesting if something were to happen in that you're off Thursday and you got to come back and cram all your trading into a Friday morning, And
Big
that
time.
could be intense if the market's trying to digest some serious fundamental happenings in whether it's the Middle East, Europe, wherever it is.
No doubt. No doubt. Bonds, so the bond market continues to scream that it wants higher price. Like, look at this. See, so the 30-year bond this morning, folks, hasn't held price. We're only up one tick right now. We got to 155.24, but the volume is huge, man. So
I'm sorry, when you just say it hasn't held price, I see it kind of where it opened. So explain to me what you mean.
It opened at 155.04.
Okay, we're like a few ticks away from
So that's 32 ticks to a point, right? It went to 155.24.
Sure.
So when it hasn't held price, that's the high, and it's backed off that 24 ticks.
Okay.
But it has volume. So to me, when you have volume and you're pushing it to highs, you go right back up there. So
okay.
That's saying to me that, that it wants to go back topside once again, And most of the time when you push into a high with volume, it's only a day or 2 days you go back and at least test that high. And that's what we're doing inside the 30-year. And the 30-year is the only bond between the 10 and the 30 that actually took out its swing point with volume 2 days ago. See, the 10-year is also pushing. We're already down 1.1 million contracts in the 10-year. Now, you got to 127.06, and we're at 126.30. That's saying both the 10 and the 30 want higher price, which makes sense because everyone's going to run to the bond market once again just to get their money back, not make money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just get it back.
Yep.
Tom O'Brien. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. We're coming right back. Dow's down 60, Nasdaq's down 29, S&Ps are off 10. We're right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Tommy O'Brien, appreciate you growling a problem with us. We get the Dow down 53 right now. Nasdaq's off 30. S&P's are down 9.5. And if we go over to the NDX for a second and take a look at this baby, it seems that we're coming right back into those lows again. And it didn't take long, you know. So the S&P, I mean, the NASDAQ futures this morning, folks, they, you know, come off the high of 46.83. First leg down was at 03.50 this morning, down to 46.36, it looks like. Well, 46.34 it must be. Then came back and tested that this morning at 8:30, and it looks like we're going to go ahead for those once again. If we go take a look at the S&Ps, the E-minis, E-minis are a little bit stronger, but the E-mini low is 2065, and right now we're at 2074. So that bottom is also open. What's going to be wild out here, man, is that if we actually get an expansion of volume on the way lower today, it's going to be hard to get that, meaning a holiday week.
Yeah.
You know, and if you get it, the probability goes higher that you'll just continue lower.
I just incorporate fundamentals a lot more, and so for me, it's not surprising when a Russian jetliner, like I say, I watched the clip 25 times this morning, that there's volume.
Right.
It's a big deal. It is. I think that's driving a lot of what's going on this morning.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
I'm sure. There's always something that seems to happen.
But that writes it off. That statement. That diminishes what this is this morning and how big of an impact, because that's saying, well, there's always something. And I don't see that, as in there's not always a Russian jetliner being shown on the news as everyone wakes up getting shot out of the sky.
Right.
So that's not an everyday always something. I know what you're saying, but that diminishes the fundamental aspect of what's going on this morning. There is always something. I don't think there's always something like this morning.
Oh,
you agree? Yeah, that's what you're going to tell me after that? Okay.
No, I understand what you're saying.
You understand. That's it. Understand. He understands. What does the word understand mean? About 10 different things. But go ahead.
Okay, you want to know what understand means?
I'm going to find out. I'm going to find out.
Understand. If we look at this chart, right?
Yep.
We've been at the same place for 14 months, and guess what? Putin invaded the Ukraine. You know, there's a listen.
See,
you know, my take is
Putin winning though. That's fine. Big countries win. There's a lot different when a big country, somebody especially like Putin, who is, you know, talk about unpredictable, dangerous, you know, whatever it be. Just the media alone of conversations like this taking place everywhere. I mean, like, you see that Russian jetliner get shot out of the sky. That's something that will not go unchecked and could escalate to a term. And I think that's what you're seeing in the market. That, you know, this could be the beginning of an escalation very quickly.
Yeah.
Hey,
listen, my larger take is that I think we've been in a world war for a long period of time. That's what you're hearing off me. So
I know, but
to me, it's not, you know.
Yeah, but it diminishes any type of fundamental behavior at all by saying that, because
Fundamentally, oh my God, fundamentally, we should have been down 2 years ago.
But that's my point. So you can't just throw it all out though and say, well, it doesn't matter because it hasn't mattered forever. So, but I can't.
I'm not throwing it out. What I'm doing specifically is saying, guess what? Technically, this market failed at the high. Now we'll see whether we get. What that means?
I said you can't. Yeah, technically it failed at the highs.
Right from August 21st. August 21st, you come down. We just come back and tested it.
Okay.
And it couldn't handle higher price. So when you can't handle higher price, you got to go lower.
Again, it can't. Okay. It can't handle higher price. It's failed at highs. I mean, that's a very general statement. It can't handle it, yet it's can't handle the lows either, since it climbed back from that tank on August 24th. I mean, if you know, right?
Right. No? And to me, it has a high volume low, and that's where it wants to go. I'm not a fundamental trader, Tom. That's the bottom line.
I know that. I just can't ignore them the way that
you don't have to.
Okay. That's a conversation, man. But I can't. Any fundamentals can. I have to factor them into the market, and all I'm hearing is that they haven't met it for 2 years, so we'll see what happens. So.
We take a look at the. Let's go take a look at the power plays have been Amazon, Google. So Amazon, that's backing down $13. That's not a big deal. Google, that's down 14. Still at highs though. Facebook, down $1.50. That's none of those yet have croaked. Well, when we come back, we're going to do the IBB. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. The Dow's down 66, Nasdaq's up 37, S&P's are down 12. We're going to be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile based scanner in the industry, powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN has just announced a brand new morning lineup that is geared specifically for traders in this volatile traders market. Every morning at 8 a.m., John Logan starts things off with his daily program, The Global Market Pulse. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento trades the market during the market open Monday through Friday on Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom O'Brien hosts the Money Masters for the hour, and Basil Chapman hosts his Tiger Technicians Hour at 11 a.m. From 8 a.m. till noon every market day, these traders are with you as they provide up-to-the-second market information so that you can make the most educated and profitable trades possible. The new TFNN morning lineup is happening right now. Tune in to see for yourself what kind of actionable trading discussion they have each morning, Monday through Friday, starting at 8 a.m., live only on Tiger TV at TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow down 87. You get the Nasdaq down 47. S&Ps are down 14 and a half. Gold is up 7.50. Silver's up 10 cents. Bonds, we have the 10-year up 6, the 30 up 5, and King Dollar's down 96. It's the Nasdaq's taken quite a hit, but it's still only down 0.9%. Inside the NQs, it looks like they're going for their lows right now. Well, they're not only going for their lows, man.
Accelerating, yeah.
They just blew them apart, man. That's pretty intense. That's a big number. So let's see what is blowing those apart right now. So, Netflix, interesting. So Netflix is coming up the rear. That's only down 487, but it must be a large weighting structure because that's the. Well, Vipple's always in there, man, which I don't understand. Vipple's down 15 cents. That's the biggest laggard. But Netflix is down 468. Priceline is down 48. Yeah, that's a big number. Priceline is whacking this thing big time. So I'd hate to be in that travel business right now. There's no doubt about that. Let's go take a look at Apple because Apple's flat. Facebook is starting to have some acceleration on the way down, which doesn't have anything to do with Terra, but they should make more money actually. But
why should they make more money?
Because more people would be on Facebook going back and forth talking, right?
It's possible.
Yeah, I mean Facebook, Twitter. We'll see whether TWTR. That's flat. There's not much traction there, but some of the Dow stocks, let's see, we get Big Blue down 48 cents, Honeywell's off 2, we get Boeing down 66, Disney is off 182. I can see Disney getting hit too. Let's go to Carlos in California. Hey, Carlos, what's going on, brother?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy. Good morning everybody.
How you doing, man?
Very well, Tom. I want to ask you about GLD. I got in actually yesterday.
Okay.
And I want to ask you if holding a small position on this GLD, and I'm only holding 100 shares, will be a good idea right now.
Okay, let's take a look at it. So the GLD, folks, is a Street Tracks Trust. It trades at 10% of the price of gold. Now, when you look at it, and you say it trades at 10% of the price of gold, when I do, you can see that it's only at 102.96, when in fact the gold price is running out here right now at 1,075. So 102 would equal 1,020, and what that is, that $55 is the premium that has been taken out of the GLD since the beginning of the GLD. The GLD, I believe, started in 2004. and you can see the expense ratio is 0.4%. So I just wanted to explain that in the correlation of price versus where it is right now, price of gold versus this. I like the trade, Carlos. The reason being is this. I actually, last night, yesterday I was worrying about your NUGT trade because, we came back pretty hard yesterday in the gold market. The GLD right now is testing the 103.25 level from November 30th on a monthly basis of 2009 with dramatically lighter volume. So that correlation, when I say the 103.25, you're at 102.94, what I'm looking at is that, okay, that number would be higher, that correlation would be higher in the aspect of the expense ratio. If we go over to the actual gold contract and we do the gold contract and we bring this back and we put that on a continuous contract, what you'll see is that you're above that area. That area is 1,042.20. And that's what the gold contract also has been doing on the continuous contract, because we did hit 1,062 this month. We hit 1,072 in July, so.
Okay. Tom.
Yes.
One more thing. Remember I told you that my daughter got into a trading contest at the university?
Yes.
With your book, they were able to go from the last places they were playing, because they were actually playing the buy and hold until I give them your book, right?
Okay.
So they jumped from the last places to the second place, and they were practically going back and forth between first and third. But there was a situation that I need to tell you, that in the school, the book they're using and the teacher that was using that teaching, they said, no, that's what you guys are doing is too risky. That's not right, and you have to follow fundamentals.
Okay.
Buy and hold, because buy and hold is a safe technique.
Yes.
And what you're doing is hocus pocus. That's what the teacher said, right?
Wow.
But
I should see if I can get that person on for an interview.
Yeah, well, at the same time, the girls were able to practically dispute that, and they gain a point, and they actually prove everybody that the buy and hold was actually not exactly what, if we look back at the markets, that was not actually the best strategy. And I was so proud of them, because they were able to use your book, the markets, the charts, and they were completely lost before they even got your book. So I really want to appreciate it. And they thought, they actually showed the entire class that using different approach will help to overcome from being in the last places, second place when the trading finished.
Yes.
And they were very proud of what they did.
They should be, man. That's amazing. It's particularly amazing too when they're up against the power structures that say buy and hold is where it's at, because in the business in general, that is the mantra. And my take, the reason that that's the mantra, is that great. Give me your money. We're going to hold your money forever, and
exactly.
Hopefully you're going to make money by the time you die.
Yeah, so when they show me in the book how the buy and hold, how the professionals were more capable of actually taking care of their money, I said, no, I recommend you to listen to Tom O'Brien, and you'll see that there's no such a thing. Have a nice day, and Tommy, enjoy.
Good to talk to you, Carlos.
Your program, having Tommy there, because he's a very offset for you.
A very what? Say it again.
Yeah, it's somebody who you say something and he can have a different opinion, and I love that.
Can I have a different opinion, Carlos? Can I? We'll see what happens. Yeah, yeah.
Well,
I appreciate it. I know. No, I'm kidding. I appreciate it. I do.
Thank you.
Thanks,
okay,
Carlos.
Man. Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. The mantra of the business in general is buy and hold.
It is. You put a spin on that I don't agree with, though, and that hopefully you'll make money before you die. That's quite an extreme take of somebody investing their money from a young age hopefully they'll make money by the time they die. I know you like to speak in extremes, but that is...
Okay, I agree. If I had someone...
You agree.
I do.
Okay.
Okay, and if I was advising someone at a young age, I'd tell them just buy the S&P, SPY. That's it. End of story.
That's a straight out, okay. That's a straight out buy and hold, though, as we...
It is. No, and if you're going to do a buy and hold, that would be
But you don't have to hope to make money before you die with that. I'm just, because it's actually a sound strategy if you're investing over 30 to 40 years and you have no intel over the market in terms of your own intelligence, you know.
And so how much intelligence do you think financial advisors have? I'm just curious.
It's a loaded question, huh?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No answer is going to be met with any type of real response, so... I mean, that question is basically you saying that I don't think highly of any financial advisors in the business.
No, that's not it.
Tell me what that question is about.
What the question is that most financial advisors right now do not put the money to work. It's a sales organization collecting money. They give that money to fund managers. That's how the foundation of the financial Fidelities of the world, Goldmans of the world, all big broker dealers, that's how it works. They don't place that money. It's a sales organization say, I can give you a diverse portfolio, this is how it works, yet they don't place one bit of money.
Okay.
So
you're speaking in absolutes, but okay.
Yeah.
But that's not how the world works in absolutes. But go ahead. I mean, it's not. That's not how it works across the board overall. I can find a financial planner that can do more than just put me in a fund. So, no?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You can.
So they exist.
There's no doubt.
We agree they exist. Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Because if I was listening to you beforehand, I thought they might not exist because everybody just gets put in fee-based funds that they can't win in.
So let's see. You're 35, right?
Good. Glad you got that one.
35. Okay. So pick me a stock. Pick any stock.
Where are we going?
I'm going to
Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft. I mean, they're just the companies that come to mind.
So if we pull this back, I'll pull Apple. It would have been a big winner.
I know. That's why I was like, what do you ask me? Because I'm only going to pick the stocks that are crushing. You know, just because that's what comes to head. Yeah.
There's no doubt. You know, from 2000, Apple was $1. So you'd be rich beyond belief. No doubt about that.
I mean, again, that's only going back 15 years, to be fair. That would be when, I'm 20 years old, or if I invested right now, I would still only be 50 in a 15-year span, which is not...
Listen, man, to me, there's no doubt. I would tell anyone, if they could stay in the market, buy the SPY at 20 years old, it's going to be worth more money.
Sure.
Now,
and
because
I know
the world is going to be bigger.
I know what you're saying about, the financial planners and stuff like that, but you don't need to know a lot about the market to know that when you walk in, you can understand some types of fees. And so, I put the burden on the investor in the same way that if you are working with a financial planner, you don't need to understand the market to be able to have a conversation with that person. And you see the ads on TV that say, what are you paying your broker? What do you? And the person says, I don't know. And
see, I'm not even saying, I'm not putting this against the financial planner when I'm saying that, because
you gave quite a staunch rebuke of financial planners in your explanation to say you're not putting it on them.
Okay,
because that was a complete rebuke of every financial planner does this that is not good. That's kind of what you said in that.
But you brought up the aspect of the fees. It's not even the fees. People can be as smart as they can be. You can take some of the best managers out there, and over the course of long periods of time, when the fee structure comes out, let's say as to how much money's left, there's not a lot of money left for the risks that they're taking. That's my point on a buy and hold strategy.
Yeah, you're also alluding to the fact that financial planners might not have their customers' best interest in mind at all times, which again speaks to people finding a financial planner that isn't just going to manage their account for their fees and is going to do what's in the best interest of their customer, which is kind of what they're supposed to be doing. So you're taking a cynical view of all financial planners.
Well, not all financial planners are supposed to do that either. There's two different types, okay?
Yes.
There's the CFAs that have to take the interest of their client. They have fiduciary responsibility.
Sure.
That's a very small amount of financial planners.
Okay.
Okay. If a financial planner is working for a broker deal, the broker deals have been trying to fight this forever. the financial planner that works for the broker-dealer that is not a CFA does not have a fiduciary responsibility to their client.
Okay.
So there's a big difference in that aspect, and I don't think people really understand that.
Sure, no, I'm sure they don't. Yeah.
And it's almost got passed twice in the last 6 years that the whole business structure is going to change like that.
Yeah.
But it hasn't.
Yeah,
so,
no, it should be.
So
right.
what happens there is this, is that what happens is that the financial, let's say if I was a financial planner and I wasn't a CFA, I would have to make sure that it was appropriate for you. That's different than the fiduciary responsibility.
Sure.
I couldn't sell you something that I felt wasn't appropriate, because that's under the rules, right?
Sure.
What I could do, though, is I could sell you something that's appropriate for you and turn around and sell my own funds. And that's where this comes into conflict of interest.
Sure.
Or sell you something that's illiquid that I'm getting a larger commission on.
Yeah.
So that's always
conflicts of interest.
That's going to be a battle.
Yeah.
And it got shot down. The thing that's amazing about how that gets shot down is this is where the Republicans and the Democrats, this is where you see when big money comes in, that they can fight like crazy until the big money's involved, and then they all go the same way, because the lobbyists come in and turn around and shut it down. Just like so now we're talking Allergen and you're talking Pfizer, right? Everyone's yelling about we have larger corporate taxes than anyone, right? What both the Republicans and the Democrats won't do, they won't close the loophole, because the loopholes, as soon as you close the loophole, what would happen is this. Let's say that you came up, I'm a Republican, you're a Democrat, whatever, vice versa. We say, okay, we want to bring it to 15%. The corporate structure to 15%.
Okay.
What would happen in order to do that is that we'd have to get rid of a few of the loopholes that are inside that, and that's when the lobbyists come in. Both Democrat and Republican say, no way, we don't want to get rid of these loopholes, man, because the loopholes are bigger than the tax structure.
Yeah, the lobbying isn't everything. It is. There's that John Oliver show I watch on HBO. They talked about the penny this past week, and they talk about there's even a hardcore lobby for the penny.
The penny
is, and it costs 1.7 cents to produce a penny, and people just throw them out, and they, all this stuff. But there's a hardcore lobby, of course, like anything else.
Stay right there, folks. Dow's down 108, Nasdaq's down 51, S&Ps are down 16.5. We're going to be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped, and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Don't forget, folks, if you are in your car listening right now, that you can get us 24 hours a day right on your cell phone, tfnn.mobi, 8 o'clock in the morning to 5 in the afternoon. We do live programming Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, Tuesday, Thursday. We do 10 hours, 8 to 6. Of course, coming up right after us, we got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman. Then we're going to go to Thinkorswim headquarters, Kevin Hinks, TD Ameritrade.
For the options hour at noon.
Options hour. And then Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon, and our man, Mr. Andy Hecht. Let's go.
I was just going to say, tomorrow's going to be slow, so get some good action in today.
Exactly.
Tomorrow is going to be slow.
It is, for sure. Right. Let's go to Jamie in Green Bay. Hey, Jamie, what's going on? You there, Jamie?
Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You guys were talking about brokers and dealers, and a very interesting conversation, I thought. And I just want to make a comment on that. You guys are both spot on. What happened, I'll just tell you a quick story. 2 weeks ago, a friend of mine asked me to sit in on a conversation with this broker dealer. It's a national chain. 70 years old, guy had $100,000. He was offering him a 2.9% annuity, fixed annuity, guaranteed. Never told him about the 0.75 basis points. And plus, he's got to pay tax on it. So he's guaranteed a rate about 1.86. Now, did he have the best interest in that person at the lowest interest rates in the history of our country?
Yeah, and what happens with annuities? You see, I happen to like annuities. Okay,
sure.
But if they got to be structured right. That's what you get it. You know what I'm saying?
And it's important to ask those questions, exactly, Jamie, like you're saying. You know, and you know, it's tough being in that moment because you don't assume that, you know, and that's the tough part. Like you're saying, not a lot of people would know to ask that question, unfortunately.
This guy didn't even tell him about the 0.75 basis
yeah,
points.
That's too bad.
Responsibility to tell the guy this, you know, and I'm like, that comes right off the top.
Yeah.
You know?
So, folks, if you're young, now watch that. This is going to be interesting because the annuity business in general, right? You know, I've seen there have been really bad things that happen in annuities. Like people turn around and they'll sell an annuity into an IRA, which you never should do because an IRA is tax deferred anyway. Okay, so there's problems in them. But if you happen to be young, what ends up happening is we're in an environment right now that rates are actually going up. There are annuities that you can take advantage of that, and so you have to hunt them. That's what you have to do, because if in fact rates do go up over the course of 10 or 20 years, there can be real bread there, you know. So, but
my point to you guys though is you're spot on. You really need to find somebody who has your best interests with a fiduciary responsibility, as you mentioned, Tom.
right, and that's only a CFA, by the way. That's the designation, folks. A CFA has to, you know, qualified wise. And what's really cool about that, so check this out. What ends up happening, let's say that we owned a large broker-dealer. We have brokers that don't have a CFA, and we have brokers that do. We can't tell that broker that is the CFA, you got to sell these funds.
Sure.
There's two different deals right inside the same firm.
Yeah. You can't have that type of a director and then be
No.
a fiduciary responsible
No,
manager.
exactly.
Yeah.
You know, which is pretty intense. You know, so.
That's my comment. Thanks for the great job you guys are doing. Thanks.
Okay, man.
Thanks, Jamie.
Have a great one. Have a safe one. Volumes out here, you know, we'll see where this.
Just to go over that, no, just staying on it,
Yeah.
because a lot of it comes into common sense in that aspect of things.
Right.
Because I look at things and I'm always harping on you about details.
Right.
Well, if I knew nothing about the market and I was in that conversation and they said to me, you know, 2.7%, I would, because I want to know every detail about everything,
Right.
like you know,
Right.
I would say to them, how are you making money off this transaction? And this is just common sense.
Right.
You don't need to know the market.
Right.
When I work with people, I want to know who's getting what cut, where, when, and why. If you
Right.
keep to that, that'll get you through a lot of things, you know? What is your take here?
I know.
What is your company's take?
And
what is the bid and the offer? What am I getting? You know, just absolutely.
But what is that about? That's about education. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people that are.
I don't agree with that.
Okay.
There's a lot of uneducated people who make great deals because they go, what are you getting? What am I getting? That doesn't take, you know? Yeah.
Stay right there, folks. Basil's coming right up. A lot of great programming. Thanks, Tom.
Thanks, man.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.